Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your popcorn, because what I'm about to drop might just break the internet, and possibly your faith in hip-hop forever. Yes, you heard me right. Jaguar Wright is panicking, social media is melting down, and right in the middle of this chaos, none other than Diddy, the mogul, the enigma, the man whose public image is squeaky clean. Or so you thought. But now, whispers are turning into full-blown roars, and the digital underground is buzzing with footage nobody was supposed to see. What did 50 Cent just leak, and why does Jaguar look like she's about to disappear off the face of the earth? Are we witnessing an industry titan finally being exposed, or is this just another Hollywood-style stunt that makes us gasp and then forget by Monday? I'm telling you, the posts, the cryptic live streams, the coded messages, they're not promo. They're panic signals. And if you think this is just another celebrity feud, think again. This is about power, influence, and secrets that have been buried for decades. So buckle up, because in the next few minutes, we're diving deep into the world of luxury, lies, and leaked tapes. And trust me, once you see this, you'll never look at hip-hop the same way again. You thought hip-hop scandals were predictable? Think again. This isn't another club fight, another petty Twitter feud, or another celebrity meltdown we scroll past. No, this is bigger, much bigger. We're talking Jaguar Wright in full panic mode, posting cryptic messages at 3 a.m., eyes darting at shadows nobody else can see, all while the world's eyes are locked on one man, Diddy. Yes, and the same Sean Combs whose empire stretches from music to fashion to champagne, whose image screams perfection, sophistication, untouchable. But behind that shiny veneer, chaos, leaks, panic, and one rapper turned businessman turned amateur detective might just have opened Pandora's box, 50 Cent. Picture it. Jaguar posts a live stream, hands shaking, eyes wide, repeating phrases like, "They're watching me," "It's all going to surface," and "I don't know who to trust." Social media explodes. Fans scramble. Memes are born. Headlines write themselves. The platforms that once amplified her music now amplify her fear. And just when the world thinks they've caught up to the drama, a snippet emerges. Footage nobody was supposed to see. Footage that makes you question every party invite, every handshake, every smile Diddy has ever given the camera. And 50 Cent? Smirking in the corner, dropping hints like breadcrumbs, the kind that lead to revelations you cannot unsee. Now, let's rewind a bit. Diddy's public history is littered with spectacle. Lavish parties, red carpet appearances, expensive yachts, and entourages that could fill a football stadium. But rumors have always whispered darker truths. Manipulation behind closed doors, control over artists that borders on obsession, and a network of insiders who keep the empire insulated from accountability. Jaguar Wright isn't just another voice shouting into the void. She's someone who's been on the inside. She knows the rituals, the favors, the payments that don't show up on any ledger. She knows who's loyal because they want fame, and who's loyal because they're terrified. And now, she's letting us peek behind the curtain. Every cryptic post she makes is a puzzle piece. Every live stream is a coded message. She hints at tapes, hidden cameras, parties where things went too far, and powerful people who thought they could stay untouchable. "They've been covering for him for decades," she says in a post that immediately goes viral. "It's time the world sees." People are asking, is this bravado, panic, or a calculated warning that someone, somewhere, is about to lose everything? Meanwhile, 50 Cent's role is equally fascinating. Not for clout, not for drama, but for validation. He drops hints in interviews, casually mentioning that the industry has long tolerated things most people wouldn't even imagine. "They'll pretend you're crazy before they prove you right," he says, his tone equal parts warning and grim acknowledgement. And when someone like 50 Cent, who has survived the industry's most ruthless turns, starts signaling alarm, you stop laughing, you stop scrolling, you start paying attention. The public reaction is instantaneous. Fans mobilize online, tagging authorities, creating threads, sharing screenshots, demanding answers. The hysteria is electric, a mix of genuine concern and voyeuristic thrill. Every comment is dissected, every post analyzed for hidden meaning. Are the tapes real? They ask. Who is safe? Who's watching? And Jaguar continues to feed the frenzy with subtle clues, hinting at people she trusts, people she fears, and people who could destroy her with the blink of an eye. The lines between celebrity gossip, investigative reporting, and live thriller blur. And let's not ignore the financial stakes. Diddy's empire isn't just a music label, it's a global brand. Fashion lines, champagne, media production, endorsements, an empire built on perception. One leak, one video, one accusation going viral could ripple through millions of dollars in contracts, stock valuations, and brand deals. And Jaguar, knowingly or unknowingly, is sitting on a potential nuclear device of reputation demolition. Every word she types feels loaded with consequences. Inside sources who wish to remain anonymous describe scenes that sound like movie scripts. There's a level of control that's almost cinematic, says one source. The way some people are shielded from reality, it's like they've been living in a bubble that only bursts when someone decides to pull the plug. Anonymous reports hint at lavish parties where lines between business, pleasure, and coercion blur. Employees allegedly instructed on who to please, who to avoid, and who to record for security purposes. Every detail Jaguar hints at adds to the sense that the empire, for all its glitz, is underpinned by fear, manipulation, and secrecy. Social media amplifies everything. Clips from live streams, images from events, fan theories, they all collide to create a storm. Hashtags trend globally. Journalists scramble to get verification. Bloggers speculate on what's real and what's exaggerated. And in the midst of this, Jaguar posts again, late at night, seemingly to remind everyone that she's still here, still watching, still ready to spill. "I've seen too much," she writes, "and now it all comes out." It's dramatic, yes. It's terrifying also. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Diddy's silence. While the internet melts down, the empire remains calm in public. No statement, and no press conference. No official response. A calculated silence that only fuels speculation. Because in an industry where perception is everything, staying quiet can be the loudest statement of all. And fans notice, analysts notice, even other artists notice. The whispers become roars. Who benefits if Jaguar's voice goes quiet? And is anyone truly untouchable anymore? 50 Cent's comments, Jaguar's live streams, and the rumored footage converge to create something rare. A scandal that feels unstoppable. The chaos isn't just in the narrative, it's systemic. Social media amplifies panic. Anonymous leaks, insider testimonies, and cryptic hints create a multi-layered story where every viewer feels like a detective, piecing together events that nobody official is willing to confirm. And the tension? Palpable. Because the next post, the next clip, and the next revelation could topple reputations, careers, even empires. And just when you think it can't get more intense, Jaguar hints at something bigger, another tape, something that hasn't surfaced yet. "I know there's more," she says in a barely audible voice during a live stream clip that goes viral within minutes. And when it comes out, people won't know what hit them. The implications are staggering. Because in a world where image is everything, exposure is a weapon. And Jaguar, intentionally or not, is wielding it like a scalpel, cutting through decades of carefully curated perception. Meanwhile, the industry holds its breath. Who will speak? Who will stay silent? Who will try to spin this into something innocuous? Every insider watches every tweet. Every media outlet debates coverage. And while some voices rise to defend, others quietly disappear. It's a delicate dance of risk and reward, power and fear. Jaguar's warnings, social media posts, and cryptic references make it clear. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is safe. And if the leaks go further, the shockwaves could reshape hip-hop forever. Fans, journalists, and casual observers alike are glued to every new post. Every live stream feels like an emergency broadcast. Every quote from anonymous insiders sounds like a confession. And through it all, Jaguar remains central, unpredictable, and terrifyingly real. The drama isn't manufactured, it's unfolding live, with real stakes, real fear, and the potential for devastation that goes far beyond likes, shares, and viral clips. By now, everyone is asking the same question: how did it come to this? How did a world of fame, money, and an influence produce this level of chaos, where one woman's voice can threaten the empire of one of hip-hop's most untouchable figures? And what role did 50 Cent play, not as a provocateur, but as a witness, a subtle amplifier of truth, a shadow insider signaling alarm in a world where silence is golden and speaking out is perilous? The clock is ticking, and social media never sleeps. Every post, every clip, every cryptic message is dissected and analyzed, creating a feedback loop of tension, speculation, and panic. What emerges is a story that reads like a thriller, yet it's real, or at least as real as Jaguar insists it is. And as the night deepens, the question hangs in the air like a storm cloud. When the truth finally lands, who will survive and who will be consumed? The digital world was already ablaze. Hashtags were trending, but threads exploding, and every fan, blogger, and self-proclaimed hip-hop detective was scrambling to interpret Jaguar Wright's latest posts. "It's just beginning," she said, and the panic only intensified. Every cryptic word became a code, every subtle gesture analyzed frame by frame. And if you thought social media was the only arena for this chaos, think again. Insider whispers began leaking into private chats, text threads, and closed groups, all pointing to one simple truth. This isn't just drama. It's a full-blown power struggle. Anonymous sources claimed that 50 Cent's role is far more calculated than anyone realized. He isn't just trolling or hyping up chaos for clout. He's strategically amplifying Jaguar's warnings, guiding the narrative, and hinting at what insiders call industry skeletons no one wants exposed. According to a supposed unnamed source, Fifth's been watching this for years. He knows how dangerous it is when someone like Jaguar decides to speak up. He's just giving everyone a front row seat to the fireworks. The subtlety is terrifying. One moment, it's casual commentary. The next, it's a headline that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the business. Meanwhile, Jaguar's social media took on a life of its own. Her live streams, once musical performances or casual chats, became urgent dispatches from someone trapped in a pressure cooker of fear and exposure. She posted screenshots, vague captions, and cryptic statements that hinted at footage of events that were never meant to see the light of day. Fans speculated wildly: parties with Diddy, interactions with executives who've long hidden in the shadows, tapes of moments too explosive for public consumption. Every post was a puzzle piece, but the picture it formed? Pure chaos. The industry, predictably, stayed quiet. Lawyers whispered behind closed doors, publicists cleared schedules. Security teams were reportedly deployed to track who was posting what and where. And Diddy? Still silent. Not a single statement. No response. Just the ever-calculated absence that speaks louder than any press release. Silence, in this case, isn't a mistake. It's a strategy. Every minute he doesn't respond builds tension, amplifies speculation, and makes the eventual revelation even more catastrophic. Inside sources, speaking on condition of anonymity, I described lavish events that sound more like Hollywood horror sets than music industry parties. It's a level of excess and control that's almost grotesque, one source claimed. People were monitored, movements tracked, decisions scrutinized. And if someone stepped out of line, consequences, subtle or otherwise, were swift. Jaguar's hints at this behavior only intensify the drama. She implies that employees were coerced, artists were pressured, and secrets were maintained with a mix of loyalty, fear, and financial incentive. And if any tape were to surface, the world would see an empire that thrives on influence and intimidation, not music. Social media exploded further when leaked evidence began circulating. Screenshots, blurry clips, and alleged insider tips flooded Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I knew something was off, one anonymous fan tweeted, but seeing these clips, this is next level. Like the stuff from the movies where you realize the villain has been controlling everyone all along. Analysts debated the authenticity. Commenters theorized. And yet no one could deny the magnetism of the unfolding story. The chaos was consuming everything, from casual gossip columns to serious investigative journalists. One of the most jaw-dropping elements? Jaguar hinting at another tape. "There's something more," she said in a late-night live stream, eyes darting, voice barely above a whisper. "And when it surfaces, people will finally understand what I've been trying to warn everyone about for years." Speculation ran wild. Who's in it? What's on it? And how far up does it go? The anticipation alone is enough to paralyze anyone watching. This isn't just rumor anymore. It's a countdown to potential scandal, ready to explode at any second. Fans didn't hold back. Online forums lit up with frantic theories. Memes paired Diddy with shadowy villain imagery. Clips of 50 Cent smirking were shared with captions like, "He knows more than he's saying." And Jaguar's followers, desperate for guidance, began dissecting every detail. Clothing, background items, even the lighting in her videos, anything that could hint at location, context, or content of the rumored footage. It became a full-time occupation for some, a spectacle for others, and a nightmare for those involved. Meanwhile, sources hint at the public's reaction spilling offline. Fans reportedly gathered outside known locations connected to Diddy and Jaguar. Not to protest, but to witness, to feel proximity to an unfolding drama that felt larger than life. Anonymous reports suggest increased security measures around events, private studios, and even personal residences. The sense of danger isn't manufactured, it's palpable according to those with access. And in a world where image is currency, that tension adds infinite value to every leaked hint, post, or rumor. The commentary from other industry figures only adds fuel to the fire. While some remain silent, calculating the risk of speaking out, others drop cryptic confirmations that leave viewers questioning who is brave, who is complicit, and who's simply hiding. Even casual remarks about loyalty, fear, and secrecy are magnified. One anonymous insider suggested people don't realize the ripple effect. One post can destroy careers, reputations, and alliances. Jaguar knows this, and she's playing the game better than anyone. And apparently 50 Cent is watching, approving, or at least letting the chaos unfold, knowing that truth, exaggeration, and timing are all weapons in this battlefield. The alleged footage itself, according to snippets being shared in closed networks, is enough to make any public figure pause. Lavish settings, whispering insiders, private conversations, things never intended for public eyes. Jaguar's hints suggest there's a method to the madness. She's showing just enough to tip the scales without revealing the full story. Every post, every clip, every warning is calculated to maximize shock while keeping people begging for more. And the most terrifying part? Diddy's silence suggests he knows exactly what's coming. The calm before a storm, some might call it. Others, a ticking time bomb. Social media reaction reached fever pitch when a clip allegedly showing Jaguar in a moment of visible fear surfaced. Fans dissected every blink, every gesture, every inflection of voice. "She's not acting," one commenter wrote. "She's genuinely terrified." The comment sections became quasi-investigative forums with theories ranging from industry cover-ups to clandestine operations within the music world. Analysts, bloggers, and casual viewers all converged, creating a digital storm where truth and rumor collided in a spectacular meltdown. Meanwhile, the media began to pick up the story. Outlets that normally ignore celebrity gossip started reporting cautiously on leaks, posts, and alleged insider accounts. The tone was urgent but measured, a stark contrast to Jaguar's frantic messaging. But the effect was the same: attention. Public pressure intensified. And yet, the central figures, Diddy, Jaguar, 50 Cent, remained enigmatic, almost as if daring the world to piece together a story no one could fully control. Jaguar's strategic posts, paired with the subtle nudges from 50 Cent, are creating what some are calling a reputation earthquake. Every movement, every hint, every cryptic statement sends shockwaves through social media, insider circles, and even casual entertainment consumers. Some speculate that the fallout could reach contracts, endorsements, and partnerships. Others believe it's more personal, exposing long-hidden truths, breaking cycles of silence, and challenging the untouchable image of a hip-hop mogul. And as the world waits with bated breath, the tension mounts. Now, will Jaguar's warnings culminate in explosive revelations? Will the rumored footage actually surface? How long can Diddy maintain silence in the face of mounting hysteria? And most importantly, what role does 50 Cent play, not just as commentator but as a gatekeeper of information, a catalyst for panic, a provocateur of chaos? Every minute that passes adds layers to the drama. Fans speculate, analysts theorize, media outlets publish cautiously, insiders whisper, and Jaguar continues to tease, her words like timed detonators, each one capable of toppling empires if handled incorrectly. It's not just drama, it's a study in power, fear, influence, and the consequences of speaking when silence has been the rule for decades. The fallout from Jaguar Wright's warnings and cryptic posts begins to take shape. Social media is still buzzing. Threads, I Live reactions, and viral clips spread like wildfire. But now it's not just speculation. Reports from supposed insiders suggest that private meetings, legal consultations, and internal damage control efforts are underway behind the scenes. Sources claim Diddy's team has convened emergency calls with top executives, personal security, and legal advisors. The message? Do not underestimate what Jaguar has exposed. Every move she's made is being dissected, every hint of evidence is being cataloged, and every post is being treated like a ticking bomb. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's subtle interventions continue to amplify the panic. Far from trolling, insiders suggest he's strategically guiding the narrative, ensuring that the public and media focus on the cracks forming in Diddy's image. He's a chess player, an unnamed source said. He knows that when you control the perception of chaos, you can watch the dominoes fall without touching a single piece yourself. His words in interviews, his social media activity, and even casual commentary now carry a new weight. Each post hinting at truths hidden beneath layers of celebrity glamour and corporate protection. Jaguar's warnings have also drawn attention from previously silent corners of the industry. Artists, managers, and former employees who once stayed quiet are now stepping forward, carefully, selectively. Some post supportive comments online, others leak anecdotes from decades past, each story layering new tension into an already volatile situation. Allegations range from intimidation and coercion to luxurious parties where influence was weaponized, creating an atmosphere where loyalty was bought. But silence was mandatory. The cumulative effect is a portrait of an empire built not just on music, but on control, fear, and carefully hidden secrets. Public reaction is explosive. Social media users dissect every post, live stream, and clip, speculating about the content of the rumored footage and the possible ramifications. Comments are urgent, accusatory, and speculative. "This is insane," one user tweeted. "If even half of what she's hinting at comes out, the industry will never be the same." Another wrote, 50 Cent is letting this play out like a thriller, and we're all just extras in the story." Even casual entertainment outlets are forced to report, often with disclaimers, but the sensationalism is impossible to contain. The narrative is self-perpetuating, feeding off its own intensity. And then there's the question of legality. What anonymous sources hint that attorneys for multiple parties are already investigating potential violations, NDAs, and contracts. "This isn't just gossip anymore," said one supposed insider. "If the footage exists, and if it surfaces publicly, there could be lawsuits, probes, and resignations. People are sweating because the implications go far beyond celebrity drama. They touch on accountability, contracts, and even federal scrutiny. The mere suggestion of legal consequences adds a new layer of tension. The game has changed. It's no longer just about perception, it's about survival, reputation, and financial stakes. Diddy's silence remains perhaps the most compelling element of all. Every hour without comment fuels speculation, giving the public and media the illusion of an untouchable mogul slowly being cornered. Analysts note that his absence from the conversation is deliberate, a calculated strategy to control the optics while allowing chaos to destabilize everyone around him. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright's carefully timed posts continue to fan the flames. She drops hints, teases revelations, and signals urgency, creating a narrative that the world can't ignore. The alleged footage remains the central point of speculation. Sources suggest it could involve interactions with executives, behind-the-scenes events at exclusive parties, and moments that reveal the extent of influence and control wielded over artists and collaborators. Fans and analysts have turned these rumors into an obsessive online investigation, analyzing tiny details, clothing, backgrounds, timing, and even lighting. Every snippet becomes a potential clue, and every frame a piece of a puzzle that promises to expose truths long hidden. Meanwhile, the energy among insiders is palpable. Lawyers, managers, and even long-retired artists are said to be consulting on the potential implications. If Jaguar's claims are accurate, and if this footage emerges, it could rewrite decades of assumed narratives, one source suggested. The fear isn't just about reputations. It's about the financial empires, personal relationships, and careers built on silence and influence. A single revelation could topple careers, contracts, and alliances that have seemed untouchable for years. In the public sphere, speculation has merged with hysteria. Fans post countdowns to supposed releases, reaction videos surge, and forums explode with debates, theories, and imagined scenarios. And analysts suggest this is an unprecedented moment, a live unfolding scandal that combines celebrity influence, social media frenzy, and the promise of explosive evidence. Every post, every live stream, and every ambiguous statement adds weight, creating a snowball of tension that grows larger with every passing hour. Some insiders hint at a potential government angle. While no formal investigation has been confirmed, speculation abounds that if footage surfaces implicating criminal behavior, ranging from coercion to illegal activity, the fallout could involve authorities, subpoenas, and even federal attention. This possibility elevates the drama from entertainment gossip to a high-stakes, real-world crisis. The stakes are enormous, and the world is watching. Even as the tension peaks, 50 Cent's commentary continues to guide the narrative. He drops hints, makes cryptic statements, and amplifies the chaos in a way that keeps audiences engaged while insiders scramble to contain potential damage. He knows the optics, an anonymous source explained. He's letting Jaguar play the role of whistleblower, knowing that the attention, the speculation, and the panic are doing the heavy lifting. His strategy is clear. Let the story unfold organically. ensuring maximum exposure without revealing anything prematurely. Jaguar Wright herself remains a figure of fascination. She's portrayed as fearless, persistent, and unyielding, even as the intensity of the situation escalates. Every post, every live stream, every cryptic message signals urgency and fear simultaneously. Fans and analysts speculate whether she's prepared for the fallout, whether she has contingencies, or whether she's riding the wave of chaos until the inevitable moment when all secrets come to light. One insider said, "She's playing the long game. She knows how dangerous this is, and yet she refuses to back down. That's what makes it terrifying and brilliant." The cumulative effect of all these elements is an atmosphere of unprecedented tension. Social media hysteria, insider leaks, cryptic posts, and strategic commentary from high-profile figures converge to create a narrative that feels cinematic, almost unreal. Every viewer, every analyst, and every fan becomes part of the unfolding story, witnessing chaos, speculation, and potential revelation in real time. The story is no longer just about celebrity drama. It's about power, influence, fear, and survival in an industry that thrives on both secrecy and spectacle. As Part 3 reaches its climax, the focus sharpens on the central questions. Will the alleged footage surface? How far-reaching are Jaguar Wright's claims? What role will 50 Cent play in the unfolding narrative? And how long can Diddy maintain silence while the world speculates, investigates, and reacts? The answers remain unknown, and the suspense is nearly unbearable. Each cryptic post, each anonymous leak, and each social media reaction becomes a thread in a story that could explode at any moment. In this video concludes with Jaguar posting one final cryptic message late at night. "You've seen a glimpse. The rest? Prepare yourself. Everything you thought you knew is about to change." The digital world holds its collective breath. Fans speculate, insiders panic, and the media prepares for a potential storm. The drama, chaos, and tension reach their apex, leaving everyone wondering what the next hour or the next post will reveal. The question now is simple but terrifying. When the full story finally emerges, who will survive, who will be destroyed, and who will have the courage to speak truth in a world built on secrets? Now, here's where you come in. What do you think is really happening behind the velvet ropes, private jets, and exclusive parties? Are Jaguar Wright's warnings the tip of an iceberg nobody wants to face? Or is this just another chapter in celebrity chaos that will disappear by morning? The real question isn't just what she knows. It's who will rise, who will crumble, and who will stay silent while the world watches. We've seen the leaks, the cryptic posts, the subtle interventions, and the silence that screams louder than words. We've seen empires shaken, reputations questioned, and fans caught in the middle of a story bigger than any headline. And yet, there's more waiting, more footage, more revelations, more secrets that could change the way we see everything. So, what's your take? Is this justice in real time, a power struggle, or something even darker lurking behind the cameras? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share every theory, tag your friends, and don't miss a single moment. Hit that like button if you want more breaking truths, and subscribe now, because when stories this explosive drop, you'll want to be front row. The chaos isn't over. It's just beginning.